Welcome to the show, the ISO show, once again on a Sunday, April 27th. Sunday, April 27th, ISO show coming at you once again. We're going to be talking NBA playoffs as we always do. We're going to give some picks because people seem to like the picks, even though, sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't, but people want to know what the betting angles are, and everybody wants to make some money out there. So we'll try to put something together for you in this show. We'll do a recap of last show yesterday, see how we did. Unfortunately, not the best day, but not the worst day. I think it would have been better if Darius Garland would have played because that was the biggest play we had. We had Darius Garland under 5.5 assists, or excuse me, under 6.5 assists. He didn't play. It didn't matter. But here are the plays we did have. Recapping yesterday's games, Cavs Heat. Heat get blown out and embarrassed at home in game 3, looking like it's going to be a sweep. We had Andrew Wiggins over 1.5 threes. That cashed. We had Heat team total over 103.5. Not even close. Don't think they broke 90. They got smacked. They didn't show up on offense or on defense. So, adios, amigo, to the Heat. See you in the summertime. Or see you at the end of the summertime. We went 1-2 in that game as far as our picks go. So that was not great. Oklahoma City Thunder dust off the Grizz. They end the Grizz' season, sweeping the Memphis Grizzlies, as I think we all expected. And beautifully, we cashed our 80 unders, all 3 of them. And it was close. It was a nail biter. 80 under 8.5 points, under 9.5 boards, under 18.5 points plus rebounds. All 3 of those cashed, and it was a beautiful day. That was beautiful. I was happy after we got jammed up the game before with that lucky bucket that killed our parlay, but this time we got him. We got him. All the 80 unders cast. Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. Come on. We needed you to get us 6 boards. I think he finished with 4 rebounds. Bit of a disappointment there. Lou Dort also let us down. Didn't get to the 5.5 rebounds plus assists. So we go 3-2 in that game. 1-1 in the first game. Nuggets, we had Nuggets first quarter, and that was it. That cash. What a crazy ending to that game. We're going to do a recap of the entire weekend tomorrow, talking more specifically about the games. This right now is just going to be how we did with the picks and how we're going to do with the picks today on Sunday. But we had Nuggets first quarter. Crazy ending to that game. And then Houston Golden State, we thought Jimmy Butler might play. He was in the books when we recorded yesterday's show. Then he ended up not playing. Thankfully, we weren't on any of his props anyway. It was pretty much a stay-away game, aside from the beautiful Steph Curry over 4.5 rebounds, which was also a cash. So, yeah, that leaves us at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-3 for the day yesterday. And now we move on to today, Sunday, April 27th. Like I said, already gave the date. Don't need to do it twice. Today's a big day. Today's going to be an interesting day in the NBA playoffs. These game 4s are going to be very telling as to what these teams are made of. What can we expect from these teams? So let's go through it. Starting out, of course, 1 o'clock in Detroit. Knicks, Pistons. Knicks are 2-point dogs. Right off the bat, I'll tell you, we're going Knicks money line on the bet. I'm taking the Knicks to win the game. Last I checked, it was plus 114. This has been an interesting series. The Pistons have looked like the better team for the first 2 games. They split the first 2 games in MSG. Knicks come back, look like the better team in game 3 on the road, hold on to win a close, tight game at the end. A lot of people had some issues with the backcourt, this and that. At the end of the day, if we're being honest, the Knicks outplayed the Pistons in that game. I've been honest since the beginning. The Knicks got outplayed in both of the first 2 games. They were probably fortunate to win the first one with the 21-0 run that they went on in the fourth quarter. But the reason I'm taking the Knicks in this game is because they were the better team in game 3, in my opinion. And I feel like they finally have found the formula that the Pistons, unfortunately, are not going to be able to overcome. Pistons have been a feisty team. And at the end of the day, I just feel like Knicks play their best, Pistons play their best, Knicks win every time. It's just a matter of whether or not the Knicks are going to bring their A game to the game. And I think after the way that last game 3 got chippy, I feel like the Knicks are no longer looking at the Pistons like some type of little brother that they're just sort of in the way. They realize they got to bring it against this team. They got to take this team seriously. Pistons, of course, came into the game serious. Pistons are no joke. They're not anybody to be slept on, but I just don't think they have enough. I think at the end of the day, Knicks are the better team, like I said. And as long as they play their game, they should win. They should win the game. It's just a matter of whether or not they're going to show up. I think the Knicks should be looking at this game. You win this game, you don't got to go back to Detroit. That's really what it comes down to for the Knicks. They got to have that mentality. If they're looking at it like we win this game, we don't got to go back to Detroit. We got to win this game, and then we can close it out at home at MSG, move on to the second round. They lose this game and go into a series split, then you 100% got to go back to Detroit for a game 6 and maybe even back to the Garden for a game 7. I don't think that that's what they want to do, and I don't think that should be necessary. If the Pistons take this team 7, if the Pistons take this Knicks team 7 games, that would just be a huge disappointment. This can be the final game they play in Detroit, then they can go back and close that out at MSG. I think that that's what they want to do. I don't think they want to draw this series out. I think they know at the end of the day, as long as they play their A game and everybody brings it and you don't have foolishness, either from Mikal Bridges or Cat or Brunson or Hart, as long as they bring it for 48 minutes, they're the better team. Pistons are a very good team, not to be taken lightly. They're a very tough team. They can take a good team out of their rhythm. They can take a good team out of their game, and that's how the Pistons play, and that's how the Pistons win and have success. As long as the Knicks stay on top of their game, they are the better team, and they should beat the Pistons. So we're taking the Knicks to win. I think they want to get out of there and give themselves an opportunity to not have to go back to Detroit and close it out in 5 at MSG. In that game, the only other prop that I'm interested in, there's a lot of lines that are kind of tricky. Dennis Schroeder over 1.5 threes, plus 114. Dennis Schroeder, it seems like there was a pretty significant emphasis on the shooting 3-pointers after game 1. Schroeder went from shooting 2 threes in game 1, I think 2 or 3 threes. I can't remember if it was 2 or 3, but then he shot 5 threes in game 2, 6 threes in game 6. 6 threes in game 3. He was 3 for 5 and 4 for 6, so 3 threes and 4 threes. All we need is for him to make 2, and we get plus money. He's getting the minutes, 29 and 30 minutes in the last 2 games. We're gonna roll with Dennis Schroeder over 1.5 threes. I think he's unafraid to shoot the 3 ball, and I just feel like Detroit knows that they need to knock down threes. They're gonna need production from the 3-point line from Schroeder, and of course, more importantly, from Tim Hardaway Jr. and Malik Beasley. If they're gonna have a chance to win this game and have a chance to get out of this series, that is pretty much their only path to victory. They're not getting a lot of one-on-one point creation from anybody else. I think they have a green light to let it fly. So I think Dennis Schroeder is going to at least get up enough threes to give himself a chance to get over 1.5. And I think he's going to do it. So we're going to take Dennis Schroeder over 1.5 threes in that game. Second game of the day, 3:30, Lakers, Wolves. Lakers down in the series 2-1. We're taking Luka over 28.5 points. Luka Doncic over 28.5 points. I think Luka has a bounce back game. He didn't have a great game 3. Lakers in a little bit of a desperation spot. We're also going to take a little sprinkle on Lakers money line. Plus 120. Lakers can't go down 3-1 and win this series. I think LeBron is savvy enough to know that. Now, that doesn't mean that the Wolves are going to lay down and let them have it, but I think the Wolves are in a little bit of a comfortable driver's seat position in the series. Maybe take the foot off the gas a little bit. Lakers are desperate. We always like to take the desperate team, especially if that desperate team has talent. Lakers, without a doubt, have talent. They have the capability of beating the Wolves. This is a very evenly matched series. But you're giving me LeBron and Luka in a desperation spot to try to tie up the series at plus money as a dog, we got to go with it. We got to take it. So give me the Lakers to win. Give me Luka over 25.5, or excuse me, 28.5. And then we're also going to go with a little bit of Dante DiVincenzo. And this is almost like I don't want to say it's a hedge because it's not a hedge, but if the Wolves are going to win the game, if you look at the assist distribution, the game that the Wolves lost in this series, Anthony Edwards had 0 assists. The 2 games they won, he had 9 assists and 6 assists. So obviously these things don't directly translate, but if the Wolves are moving the ball and getting good looks at shots, good looks at three, that's how they're going to win the game. If their offense gets stuck in the mud and they allow the Lakers to lock them up, Lakers have a lot of vulnerabilities on defense, but if they put forth the effort and you're not moving the ball in a way that's going to get you into successful positions, they can lock you down. Dante DiVincenzo has gone over 3.5 assists twice this series. I think he has a better chance at doing it at home because the role players are going to have a better chance to make shots. I think it's a high number, or it's a low number, low number, low price. So let's take Dante over 3.5 assists. Then the next game up, Celtics Magic, which has turned into a back alley brawl. Kristaps Porzingis is bleeding from the head. Jaylen Brown is saying this isn't even, we're not playing basketball anymore. There's gonna be a fight. I love it. I love the chippiness, the feistiness, the physicality. This is good playoff basketball. I'm not looking for it to be completely dragged through the mud, but I'm all 100% in on a little bit of chippiness, a little bit of animosity, because we want to know that these dudes want to win. So I'm good with it. I'm excited to see it. Don't really have too much of a idea on plays for this game. I keep on wanting to think Wendell Carter is going to be that third sort of offensive production guy for the Magic, but the Magic offense is just so disgusting. It's really hard to watch. So we're not going to really go with any plays in this game. We're going to stay away. I'm just going to watch and enjoy. There may be some opportunities for the Magic because the Celtics will be without Drew Holiday once again. So that's just one less perimeter defender that they're going to have. Not that the Magic really have any perimeter threats on offense, but we shall see. Maybe they can drag the game into the mud enough to keep it competitive. If I was going to be on a side, I would be on the Magic plus the 7. I would love to take the Magic plus the 7 and take the Celtics to win because I think ultimately the Celtics should win the game, but very tough to pull away from these Magic when they play at such a slow pace and they're just trying to rough you up. So we're just going to stay away from that one and just see where it goes. Then the final game of the night. Oh, man. Oh, man. Whew. We have been on Team Bucks for a minute here now. And while they won game 3, it was not exactly the most impressive performance. We cannot be relying on Gary Trent Jr. to go 9 of 12 from 3 to get us to a win. Dame Lillard has to show up at some point, unless he's just cooked. Unless he's just cooked and he can't play anymore, then all bets are off. But this has to be the moment Dame Lillard shows up. Obviously, he missed game 1, had the blood clot situation. First game back in game 2 did not look particularly sharp. We can write that one off. Game 3 looked pretty bad. And maybe he's still rusty. Maybe he's still getting his legs out under him. Or maybe he's getting his legs back under him, however you say it. But this game, game 4, at home, chance to tie the series, Dame Lillard, they traded for you for this moment. He has to show up in some capacity. It needs to be Dame time. Either that or you're just washed and cooked, and that's it for the Bucks. We don't know where they go from here. There's no more Chris Middleton. Kyle Kuzma's a no-show. Giannis might want out. Who knows? this is a very important game for them. If they go down 3-1, not to say that the series is over, but if they go down 3-1 and their only win in the series is this miracle game where Gary Trent Jr. just loses his mind and goes 9 of 12 for 3, scores 37 points, and puts himself in the Milwaukee Bucks all-time record books as having been the only duo to go over 35 points in a game. That's going to be a trivia question in like 10 years. Like, who were the two Bucks to go over 35 points in a postseason game? Was it Dame Lillard and Giannis? No, it was Giannis and Gary Trent Jr. If that's their only path to getting wins in this series, then the Bucks are done. But I don't believe the Bucks are done. I've been into the Bucks. I really was high on the Bucks coming into this series, so I'm sort of holding on for dear life here. I'm not super confident, if I'm being 100% honest. I know you're not going to get another lights out game from Gary Trent Jr. like that, so somebody else is going to have to step up, and the options are looking real slim right now. It's got to be we need either a Dame Lillard game. Somebody needs to wake up Kyle Kuzma, drag him out of his walk-in closet while he's trying on different types of pants or whatever he's doing. He needs to wake up and start playing some basketball. Maybe we need a Bobby Portis physicality appearance. Maybe Brook Lopez needs to find some youth in his knees and be able to, make some threes or something. I don't know. Bucks need somebody to step up. That's what Dame Lillard was brought there for. He's got to show up in some way, whether it's distributing the ball, hitting threes, scoring points. He's got to do something, especially with all the jawing he's been doing with the Pacers players, particularly with him and Halliburton. You cannot be out here talking trash to Tyrese Halliburton in a Louis Vuitton sweater on the sidelines, not participating in the game. And then when you come into the game, you go 2 of 12 from the field and don't even get into double digits in points. Dame, you got to show up. This shit is not Space Jam 2. Let's go. We're going to just stay away, ultimately, from this game, Game 4, Pacers-Bucks, because I took the Bucks to win the series as a dog. I don't want to further invest in the Bucks anymore until I see something that gives me reason to believe that they're really going to win this series. They're coming off of a win. That was a great win. It was able to breathe some life into my Bucks to win the series pick, but Gary Trent Jr. is not going 9 of 12 from 3 for the rest of the series. Somebody else is going to have to step up. We're going to stay away from it from a pick standpoint. Let's just see somebody show up and give Giannis some help because he's bringing it each and every game. Somebody's got to step up. That's going to be it. That's going to be it. I'm really worried about this Bucks game, but hopefully it comes through. Those are the picks. We'll go over them again. We got the Knicks money line to win the game. We got Dennis Schroeder over 1.5 3-pointers at plus money. We got the Lakers to win money line also. We got Luka Doncic over 28.5 points. We're going to sprinkle on Dante DiVincenzo over 3.5 assists. Celtics Magic is a stay away. Pacers Bucks, another stay away. The only thing we would consider with Celtics Magic would be Wendell Carter Jr. over 18.5 points plus rebounds. In a home game, maybe we do a little sprinkle on that, but we're not going to make that an official play. Those are the picks. We'll do another full weekend recap show tomorrow where we'll get into the crazy ending of that Clippers-Nuggets game, the ending of the Grizzlies season, and we'll see where the rest of these games go on Sunday. But until then, it's another beautiful day in the NBA playoffs, a beautiful league, a beautiful game. We love it. Can't wait to see it. Enjoy the playoffs. Enjoy Sunday. Happy Sunday. 3 to the Dome. Peace out.